Yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, wait.
All right, Mom. All right, Dad. Love y'all.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Hello, 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 everyone. What's happening? What's happening? How's everybody doing? Hey Ash, how you doing? Sarah, how you doing?
I'm well, yourself?
Wonderful. Marcus, how you doing?
Good.
Kasia, how you doing?
I'm good.
Awesome. Olivia, how you doing? All right, we're gonna wait a couple more minutes and give maybe some more people to come and jump on before we get started. You can if you want to. Carter said the link isn't working for him. Did you get that? Carter said the link isn't working. No one to. Is anybody to copy? Let me see if I can. I wonder if we can copy the link somehow. Sophia says it's not working for her either. I don't.
How does it work for some?
Did y'all use the link from the band?
Yes.
Okay.
It wasn't working for me, so I looked at the link, got the numbers off the end, and that was the code to get on the Zoom. So that's what I did. So like if you look at the link, the numbers, I think it starts with like an 8 or something.
Okay.
You just look at the numbers and then just type it in on Zoom.
Carter, do you finally work for you, Carter?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said it finally, I guess it finally worked for you, huh?
Yeah, it did. I finally got to work for me.
I think Sophia's trying to get on too. She said it didn't work for her either. Hey Ash, can you do you have Sophia's number? Can you text her and tell her what you did to get on?
Or just post it on
Or
band.
just-
So if
Yeah, I barely have like anybody's contact number because all the group chat, I don't think I have that many people's names in.
Okay,
if you can just post it on band,
what you did to get on right quick. I know it works for some people and some people don't. Meadow, did you have any problem getting on from the band?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you pull it in? somewhere?
What?
On your thing, just.
I got all the. We pull up on band. There she got it. Hey, Sophie. So I see you made it, Sophie. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started because I know time's very important to everybody, especially when it's summertime. And so we have some people that are out of town still and out of the country and blah, 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 all that good stuff like that. So we want to, we had 3 new members and only 2 looks like got on here right now. But we do want to welcome 2 of our newest members, Kaija Scott and LaMarcus Dunn as well. So can you guys kind of holler at us? Hello.
Hey, I'm LaMarcus.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Kaija.
Thank you. All right, so we're glad to have them on to join us as well. And the 2 of you guys, if y'all can see, I can't get the Zoom to work either.
Need those numbers.
What
Give
numbers?
me your phone. I'll just do it. I need to go to the thing, get the numbers and send me the numbers.
Okay, but I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for numbers. Well, you had to send it to Kamora. Oh, here's Ansley. Hold on. We let her get on. We're just having some technical difficulties. Hold on. Here's Ansley's on too. So hold on. Hello, Ansley.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. We're about to get started. We was just trying to get some more people come in right quick. They was having a problem with the Zoom. Did you have a problem getting on?
Not really. When I try to click on from the app, it tells me it's not supported in my browser, but if I open it through a different app, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so maybe we can get started now that everybody's getting on. We do have another young lady coming on, Kamora. She's gonna be a new member as well. When she jumps on, we'll let her introduce herself too. All right, so what we have coming up is, everybody knows this week is Thursday is a pretty big day for us. We're gonna be meeting with Dr. Nolan, the president of ETSU. That's Kamora. Okay. Good. Glad she got on. We'll let her get clicked on right quick.
Are you there, Kamora? No.
She's connecting her to audio. Hey, Kimura, how are you? Hey, Kimura. She said her mic isn't working.
When is the meeting tomorrow? Like what time?
Hold on for just a second, Carter. You make sure she gets.
Okay, well, as long as you can hear us. So, go ahead.
So the meeting is this, come on, she said, I can hear you though. Okay, good. So the meeting is Thursday at 3:30, and it's gonna be at the Culp Center. When we go into Culp Center, I'll be there probably waiting on everybody to get there, and I'll find out where the forum room is. The forum room is one of the bigger rooms there that they want us to have it in. It's kind of like a tier room. And so that's where it'll be at. Who all are gonna be able to be there?
I am.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I can.
I don't know.
okay. Go ahead, Ansley.
I don't know quite yet, but I'll check and let you know.
Okay. Sophie,
I should be able to be there.
Sarah's gonna be there, okay.
I'm not sure either if I'm gonna be able to make it or not.
Okay.
I
So-
also don't know if I'm gonna be able to be there.
Okay, Sophie,
I have a tennis thing that day, so I'll have to see when it ends.
go ahead.
Okay, so we, if you guys would just let us know, we really need as many of you there as possible. If it's transportation, if you let us know, I'll be glad to do that. Because it's Thursday, like you said, at 3:30, and what we wanted to do is meet with Dr. Nolan. He wants to hear from you guys. And then after that, we were going to grab something to eat there at the Culp Center and just kind of use it as a time to just kind of to meet together. So if you can make it, we would really appreciate it. We would ask that you kind of dress like business casual, kind of dress up a little bit for this meeting because it's really one of the important meetings. We have a couple that we'll talk about, but this is one that's really going to be able to shape 413. So,
All right, so if you can let us hear from you in the band, that would be great. If you just put in the band that, hey, I'm gonna be there Thursday. If not, just let us know. Okay. All right, so we're moving on. We did talk to LXI. Does everybody know what LXI is?
I don't.
I don't
You
either.
never- You never heard of LXI? Anybody else?
I mean, I'm a part of LXI.
Right, okay. But we know you was. I was just trying to get a feel to see if anybody else knew about it.
I don't think I know what that is either.
Okay. Sarah, you want to tell us what LXI is, since you were part of it, just real brief?
Right. So LXI is Roman numerals for 61, based off Isaiah 61, namely the verse that says broken people are being made new, and that's become part of our motto. LXI leaders work with mainly inner city youth to basically build a path towards healing and whatever that may entail, whatever it be, like career training or something as simple as ACT help, whatever, but it's mostly a family in my eyes. Yeah.
Thank you. We met with Damon and Candace. Damon is the executive director of LXI, and then Candace, I think, is his assistant as well. And so we met with them. It was our second meeting last week, and they are wanting to partner with us at some time, somehow, some way, to see what that looks like, to be able to do some things together. And so we're trying to work on that from our end and from their end to see how we can make some things happen for all of us. All right. So that's part of LXI. So you'll probably hear more about that. And the thing is, like I said, we were talking to other youth organizations and trying to just make sure that we can help serve them and we can help partner and be a help to everybody. Because I mean, we want to be able to have a win-win for everybody. So that's what we're standing with that. Any questions, comments about that?
One thing I will add to the LXI conversations we've had, they were very open to us it being a partnership and bringing it before the board and seeing if you wanted to combine. They are in the process of buying a building, and I did go and I toured the building and listened to, you know, their plans for the future. And I mean, it's going to be great. But we really didn't feel right now is the time to bring this before you. One is because there's so much change going on with LXI, and two, because we're just starting, and it's almost unfair for us to get on the skirt tails of something that they have the drawings for. They already know what they're going to do with the building and whatnot. So we're just kind of holding off on that, but we definitely love their philosophy and the family network that they have, and we do want to support that, as well as they want to participate and be a part of 413. So probably a little later on, you'll hear more about, you know, us joining on some joint efforts and whatnot. But right now, we're just going to continue as 413.
So that's the gist of it. Okay. Also, Wednesday, we met back with the principals and also with Dr. Barnett, who is the school superintendent. And a lot of good things came out of that meeting as well. So I'm going to start talking about some stuff. My wife's probably going to add some stuff that I probably left out or missed. But they were very interested in, again, 413, what we stand for and where we're at and what's happening and the things they can see happening. And with that, they want us to really help push community service sites and opportunities. You want to talk about that community part of the service?
They want to have a community service day for Science Hill and Libertyville students. And they basically want us to be very instrumental in organizing that and the different places that will serve, the different projects that'll go on and whatnot. So once they get more details, we will bring it before you and see if that's something we want to participate in. But I think it'd be a great outreach opportunity for our community. And you guys had talked about doing community service previously. So I think it'd be a win-win.
And also Principal, Science Hill's Principal Josh Carter, he said that they really want to make an impact on the city of Johnson City as far as them knowing who Science Hill really is and who Libertyville really is, and want their teenagers to be out there to see amongst the city. They did a survey, and the survey came back, I think, how was it, about 1,000 people?
They did a survey and they received about 1,000 results back. People filled out, about 1,000 people filled out. So they were asking, there's federal funds that the school has to use, and it has to be something with the students, a program that will impact the lives. And they have like a slogan of being significant in their community. So they sent this survey out and they received 1,000. I was like, wow. So I asked them, I said, can I ask you, was that 1,000 from adults or from students? And he was very hesitant, but he finally said it was from adults. And I said, oh, wait. So in our conversation, they want to hear from the advisory board, which I think is an excellent opportunity for you guys to tell them how to use that money to impact you, the students, as well as 413.
Right.
So that is going to be the next huge meeting with the superintendents, the principals, everybody that was in that room with us. They were so impressed with, you know, with what we've talked about so far and what we're going to do and whatnot, that they want to hear from you guys. So
we talked about what you guys had said that you wanted to see and what you wanted to happen in this organization, and they were very impressed about that.
So I know my husband's gonna work tomorrow. I mean, yes, tomorrow on trying to get a date down. Because there's a narrow window. They want to meet before school starts, and then we'll be on vacation one of those weeks. So it'll have to be that first week of August. And I think school starts with the 4th, August 4th.
Yes, I think it is.
So he'll work on getting it planned out and everything, but that is going to be the next biggest meeting.
Oh, any questions about that right now?
I have a question about like who all's going to be there. Will the virtual academy also be included in the Liberty Bell and Science Hill?
Yeah, that I think he said that virtual academy was not going to start until, did he say next year or what? Because he said something about virtual academy.
He said, I
I
didn't.
know it this year.
Is it this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody that's involved with Science Hill period will be a part of that as well. That's what I gathered, since you're a student of Science Hill. Any more questions? All right, also, there's other educational opportunities as well. They had a great idea, and this was another idea they wanted us to present to you guys. And like I said, we don't ever make a decision when somebody brings up ideas or whatever without first bringing it to you and seeing what the consensus is with you. Another idea was in some big cities, they have companies or places where they can go and like teenagers will come and ask them, hey, can this be a spot for a Wi-Fi where we can come and sit and chill and do our homework, get on our laptops or whatever. And, you know, we just want to meet here. Some of us do, and just kind of, you know, have your Wi-Fi where we can get on and do our work. And if the businesses say, yeah, you can chill here, you can meet here, and there will be a sticker that they'll put on their door that says it's like teen friendly.
It's a 413 sticker hotspot.
Yes, for a hotspot for that. So how do y'all feel about that?
I think that sounds great.
It sounds amazing, but I'm wondering what they would expect from us in return.
Nothing that he said. They said that basically it's just you would go and meet. Take for instance, and I know McDonald's already has a hotspot, but take for instance, at McDonald's, you would just get some of your friends and say, hey, let's go study, let's go chill out, let's go get some of our work done at McDonald's because that's one of our spots. And what they would expect from us is to conduct ourselves accordingly while we're in the establishment, and just to take care of things while we were there. And then it would be no other strings attached. We don't have to pay any money or anything like that, but they would be considered on our map. That way, we would have an actual map that students from all over could say, okay, let me see what's closer to my home, or closer to this, or closer to that, where I can go and get away and use their hotspot and study and get on my laptop.
One thing we might want to consider is creating a name for them, like, you know, like study zones or relax zones, something better than that, but something different from just teen friendly zones. I feel like if they have their own name that we could actually market to people our age and have it less sound like someone older than a teenager created this for them, that might attract more people.
Thanks, Ansley, for saying that, you know, somebody older, you know what I mean?
You know what I meant.
But no, I mean, I like that idea that y'all come up with something that's unique and would be, you know, teen friendly for you guys, that y'all could really understand when you saw that, or when somebody said, hey, we're going to what's called spot, let's go hang out, whatever. Yeah, it'd be great. There, one of the guys did suggest, and I think y'all met him, some of y'all met him at the round table. Dave was his name. He's the founder of Summit. He suggested that we talk to the mall, because the mall might be instrumental, because they have a conference room that really nobody knows about, nobody really uses it a lot, that could be one of the hot spots as well. And at least, you know, because everybody goes to the mall at some point, but how cool would that be to be able to go to the mall and hang out and get your work done, and have a place where you can get your work done and still have a hot spot for that. So I just thought I'd throw that out there too. Any more questions about the hot spot deal or whatever?
So there's a couple other things, because I really want to get to this. I think this would be great. In that school meeting, they suggested that, or they wanted us to have like a table or something in the lunchroom that would have like the code on it, information about 413, where the students could easily just scan the code and they can go there and register for 413.
Like a sign, like if you had a sign just standing in the middle of the cafeteria as you came in or something, and it had a big 413 on it, and then it had a QR code and it said learn more about us. Then all they do is just hit that QR code and it take them straight to the website and stuff. They thought that I mean, the school, the principal was like, that would be cool for y'all to have something like that. So.
Yeah. And they also just suggested us having some kind of flyer. You know, the first days of school, you get all that paperwork to take home to your parents to fill out and sign and put checks to it and all this stuff. So they suggested having some type of flyer to go in with that information. And that right there is huge, because they just don't let you put information in their packets. So to be able to do that is huge. I think it's just showing that they really want to work with us. So.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that?
Would we be recruiting teens onto our advisory board? Is that the main goal?
No, our advisory board is probably about as big as it needs to get now. And this would be just giving them an opportunity to know about 413. And then when we gathered the newsletter or whatever, we could send out different things, letting people know where we're at, what we're doing, when we're gathering, stuff like that.
Sounds very good.
Anybody else?
I think that sounds great. So that way we can get our name out there and make sure that teens know about us, not only just adults.
Yes.
The other three, the new members here to the advisory board, Lamarcus and Kimura and Kaija, were referred to us because we needed to add a few more, especially a male. So we talked to Lamarcus about that. So we had talked about adding more to our advisory board. So these were the three of the ones that were recommended and that agreed to be on it. But as far as continuing to add, no, we're about where we need to be, I think.
And I think, and two, with Lamarcus, he has a uniqueness. He came from Liberty Bell, and because of where they moved, he will now be going to Crockett, which, you know, we all talked about that in the last meeting. And remember, somebody asked us about the roundtable. How can we get you guys into Crockett or whatever? Well, now we almost have an open door through Lamarcus, who can be instrumental in helping us establish something at Crockett now. And so I think that's unique that he's come along, and we'll be able to help us with that. Also, somebody had asked about homeschooling, and I did get a hold of the major homeschooling for Tennessee, especially for this area. And I talked to the lady Friday, and she's overly excited about 413. And she's going to send us a couple of names that will be instrumental in maybe helping with the homeschool side of it. And, you know, they may be on some of the recordings or some of the Zooms, just so they can hear what's going on, so that we can include them as well. Because I told her that the advisory board wanted to include some of the homeschooling people as well. And she said some of them were there at our block party and they loved it. And so that's something we want to make sure that we always reach out, have those tentacles going at everywhere to reach out to everybody. Okay. All right. Anybody, any more questions about stuff like that? Okay. Now, also, I talked to and met with Mr. Turner, Coach Turner, who is the athletic director at Science Hill. I'm sure y'all probably know him. And so I was asking him, what can 413, how can we serve the sporting part of Science Hill? How can we serve them and how can we help with that? Because we want to serve everybody from, ROTC to band to arts to whatever. We want to get everybody included in that. And so he said with the sporting, and this is big because this does not happen. And so that's why I think we're finding a lot of favor with people and it's happening so quick. He said that it would be great if you guys, 413, would be very instrumental in doing game activities for the sports. Like take for instance, like at halftime, we would get like a sponsor, maybe like Chick-fil-A or somebody to sponsor a half court shot. If somebody made that half court shot, they would get $50 or $100 or whatever the case may be. Or if they did something at ETSU, Chick-fil-A did, and if an opponent missed 2 free throws, then everybody in the house got a Chick-fil-A sandwich. And so just things like that to really think about. Maybe there's other things that we can think about as far as doing, they always have the cheerleaders do their thing and the dance team does their thing. And after that, there's nothing else that goes on. And so
if you can think of some things, I know like if you've been to ETSU games, they sometimes do like a little obstacle course and you go down and shoot, they have like 2 players. If we could do something like that.
And we need to also not only basketball, but we need to think about all the other sports, soccer, volleyball, because he said we want to bring everybody in together and let them know that we're the ones instrumental in doing things at certain times of the game and stuff like that to really bring people up to speed about the games and stuff like that. What do you guys think about that?
I think that would be a great idea. I mean, I play soccer at Science Hill. So like definitely don't forget about soccer and stuff like that. But I think it'd be really cool because like I know there's like stuff that happens at basketball games, but nothing really goes on at soccer games. We just kind of play and nobody really has like an incentive to really go there. Like as much as I want to say it, like people really won't go to soccer games unless it's like a senior night or something, especially like, and definitely like other sports are the same way. And so I think, I don't know, it definitely help out smaller sports and it would just kind of bring the energy up at other different games and things like that.
Yes, definitely. That's what we want to try to do, and everybody can't go to every sporting event, stuff like that. Even myself, I want to try to go to some of every game and see how we can help and serve in those games and stuff. Now, two big things that really came out of this conversation was this. There's the big screen that Science Hill has at the football field. And they have advertisements on it. They have videos on it. I showed him our video, just our little video real quick. And he was tore up about that video. Like, man, this is awesome. He said, what if we had this video on the screen and was able to play it during football games, during soccer games, during track season, during the other outside sporting events that happen at the field. And he said, and with those, it would be constantly running at certain times and people would see you guys, not me. I don't want to be on the video, but you guys, we redo the videos and make about 3 to 4 videos with different people in them talking about 413, and we blast those during the football games, during soccer games, during track, all year round. And we do something like that. And then also, I thought was really great. He says that, we have the big thing for football is homecoming. And, you know, y'all do that whole week of spirit stuff all week long. And he said, what would it look like if Thursday, 413 did a bonfire, and then also maybe who knows what else you guys can think of to come up with a bonfire. But then we also ended up at the field that Thursday evening, and we did a movie night at the field on the big screen. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. I think that would be awesome to do something like that. But again, I always like to bring stuff to you guys first before we commit to anything. So y'all tell me y'all's thoughts and stuff about all that.
I think that'd be pretty cool, honestly. And like if we did like a movie, we could show like a football movie or something. If it was like football season, we watch like Remember the Titans or something. You know, I love that movie. That's a classic. But
I do. That's a good one.
we could do something like that.
Anybody else?
I feel like we could also include sponsorships like we did last time, or groups to advertise, and we could sell them advertising space as well.
Sure could. Anybody else? How's everybody else feel about it?
I think that'll be very beneficial. I think people really like that.
Okay, awesome. All right, so and also we have a couple more things you want to talk about.
Okay, so we had talked about helping Good Samaritan with their backpack giveaway. So that will be on August the 7th at Founders Park, and we need to be there by 10 o'clock. We are hosting the students with special needs and disabilities. So we'll have more information about that and what we will be doing. Kind of what we have in our mind is maybe having a certain area over here for those students, and special maybe a game or something, or bubbles going on or something. I don't know. We have a couple of special ed teachers that I've spoke to, and they have volunteered to help us with coordinating that, because we don't want something that's overstimulating. That's the whole purpose of it, is to have an area so they're not too overstimulating. It's just not too much for them, but we don't want them segregated either. So a special area. So as we get closer, it'll probably be that, that week before August 7th, which is on that Saturday, that we're handing out, that we'll have more details.
Yes, and I think, and here's the whole deal, because it is dealing with special needs kids and all the sensory stuff, we're probably going to do it for about an hour at the most, just to get them in, get them their backpacks, have a little fun with them, and then that'll be it. And then you guys can be, they're going to have inflatables and food and music and all that stuff. The rest of that day, you guys can just mingle and have a good time. I think everybody down there is getting a backpack with school supplies in them and all that stuff like that. So it's for everybody that's there that comes. And so they're doing that. And they do that every year. They give out all the backpacks with stuff like that. So like I said, we will get more information to you probably on band about what all that stuff entails and everything, and what time and blah, blah, blah. Any questions or comments about that?
I just think that it's really cool, and I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. And last thing is our t-shirts. We're going to be ordering the t-shirts this week, and we do have your sizes. If you did not give us your size, make sure you put it in the band for your size, and we will take care of that for you. We did the t-shirts, and we showed pretty much the ones that were there at the Game On, and I think everybody's going to like that faded out look, kind of feel and everything like that. And then maybe later on, we'll talk about hats. And later on, we'll talk about also the silicone cups. Those were pretty cool too. So all of those, but we're gonna go ahead and get those shirts ordered and get those out of the way. What was you gonna say about the shirts?
The one thing we didn't, the fashion show at the mall.
Oh, yes.
Phew.
It's a
So
lot.
it's just a lot going on. The mall asked if we could, what is it, Love Your Body?
The teenagers came up with that slogan.
That
I think it's
slogan.
love, was it Love Your Body? Fashion show? Does anybody remember?
Is anybody on
I
here?
think that's what we came up with, like a body positive event.
Body positive. Okay,
Okay, so we are just waiting, which you'll probably talk to them this week to try to finalize that too, to see when, what time, and how many models we need. And then we'll ask to see who wants to actually do the modeling. We'll give your names to the mall. They will communicate with you and tell you what store to go to, who to see, what, to help you figure out the outfits and all of that. We're gonna let them handle all that. So hopefully that'll be coming out this week also. So there, as you can tell, there's just a lot going on, and I know that's on top of what some of you already have going on. So we are really going to be blowing band up with some details this week of different events. Now we understand that, if you're not able to be there at all, or, all of the events, like, say, hey, I can't do the fashion show, but I can do the Good Sam thing. But if there is anything we absolutely need you at, is when we have these meetings. The one with Dr. Nolan this Thursday at 3:30, and then the one that he's going to coordinate with the superintendents, the school board, that wants to hear your ideas. Bottom line is, if they don't hear from you guys, they've got 1,000 adult surveys, and they're going to do what the adults want. And what we said to them is, it's not for the adults, it's for the students. You need to hear what the students want. So we really, really want to get you guys in front of them so you can express your ideas and thoughts.
yes. You need more questions or thoughts or anything?
And I know that was a lot, so.
I recorded it this time, so that way I'm
Yeah.
gonna post it on band as well, so you guys can have that and re-listen to it in case we missed anything, or for the ones that was not here as well. So it is recorded, but I know it was a lot for Kaija and LaMarcus, Kamora. You guys want to say anything about all this stuff that's going on? How do you feel?
Anybody?
I'm feeling really good about everything that's like being discussed and all that, and trying to get like the students more involved in the community as a whole.
Awesome.
Thank you, Kaija. Kamara typed, I think it's good ideas.
Okay. LaMarcus, you was going to say something?
I said I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
good.
Awesome. Well,
All right, I think, again, Thursday, 3:30. If you need transportation, let me know, send me a message, do it on band. You can send me a private message, just do a private chat if you want. And then after we meet with Dr. Nolan, then we'll meet there in the Culp Center, grab something to eat, $4.13 to pay for it, and just kind of chat and maybe discuss some more of these things and get some more things in place, okay?
all righty, guys. Well, y'all have a good evening, and we will be in touch through band. All
Have
right.
a good evening.
We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.